According to a report by Chainalysis, the multi-million-dollar exploit of cross-chain bridge protocol Multichain could have been an inside job. While cross-chain bridge protocols have shown to be lucrative for hackers, Chainalysis presents some suspicious information and points towards a rug pull. Will, I'm going to toss this one off to you. Multichain is like the second or third largest bridge protocol, and now some new information from Chainalysis is saying this, maybe it's a rug pull. What do you think?
That sounds bad. Juicy story, Jen. You brought a juicy story to the hash today. I was bummed it was on the second half of the show. Hopefully people have been sticking around.
I know. Sometimes it just happens like that.
It's good stuff. So yes, Chainalysis put out this report. It's pretty robust. Definitely go take a look at it if you're interested. The first thing I want to start off with is the name bridges. Bridges are not bridges. Bridges are fake. Bridges are just multi-sigs with a little fanciness added on top of it. If you look at the information here, you'll basically see that Chainalysis is speaking to the fact that this bridge, again, bridges don't exist, was controlled by the developers of the chain who use a thing called multi-party computation, or MPC, in order to break apart the different keys that owned this bridge, again, bridges don't exist, to this wallet so that they could have some sort of semblance of privacy or safety about it. Basically, you take all the keys to the bridge, give them to different participants or different developers or different owners of the bridge, and then when they put them all together, you'd have the ability to use the bridge however you want, or exploit the bridge or pull assets off of it. And that's what looked like happened here. I believe that the team wanted to have all like the different parts of these keys through the MPC separated into the wild so no one person could take over the bridge and exploit it. But it looks like someone might have been able to put all the parts of the key back together and then did exploit the chain for about $125 million worth of digital assets. Now, there's a few things here that are of note. One is that a lot of the assets that were on this chain were actually centralized. So that'd be WBTC, or wrapped Bitcoin, which is issued by a custodian called BitGo, and then USDC, which is issued by Circle, a private company here in the United States. And so we think that if someone was going to exploit this chain, that they would try to get their hands out of those assets as fast as possible because they can be blacklisted. And typically that's what we see in these sort of hacks. The second part about this is that the CEO of Multichain recently went missing, and people have been wondering what happened there with him. We don't know a lot about him. They use an anonymous name. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors here, but there are some things about how this bridge was set up and then the follow through of the execution of this hacking event that leads it to look like either a rug pull or some sort of insider event. But again, a very juicy story we'll be unraveling for a little bit. Wendy?
I think this was just a rug pull. I think what happened was I feel like a lot of people didn't practice proper risk management during the bear market. And they just said, holy F, we're just going to do this. And I think that's exactly what happened. I don't think that it's like it needs to be super mysterious. I don't think it needs a lot of investigation. We see this time and time again in the industry. And I apologize for being so crass. It's just, I cover this every day on my show. And similar stories like this on my show. It just kind of sounds like a mix between Quadra X and the million other rug pulls that we've seen. I'm sorry to everybody who got hit by this. You guys, bridges are always very, very risky. Like when you're using any type of DeFi stuff, I don't care what it is or how tried and true it is. You have to understand most of these things are still technically in beta. You wouldn't put your whole entire life savings into buying a lottery ticket. And that's what a lot of these things are. And it's okay to use moonbags. It's okay to use disposable income. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of risk associated with this stuff. And you're also like, even though we're supposed to be operating in this true decentralized economy, and you were supposed to trust, not verify, we're still technically relying on people building these things, and we're relying on their code. So if you're not somebody who really understands the code that well, be super careful, have fun, dabble, but just bear market stuff. I don't know if it was Will's hand or Jen's hand. If you guys want to fight over this one, I don't know.
Will, you go quickly comment, and then I'll take it.
One quick one. First, Wendy, I love how you just identified it and called it from the hip. That was awesome. Two, the thing that points against that is the centralized assets not being liquidated or moved. It doesn't really look like they're trying to get out of them, right? And that's like a substantial amount of this hack. Like still, this person is probably going to be okay because they have like a lot of money that they can probably dump on the market. But the fact they left like $80 million plus of WBTC and USDC on this and didn't try to liquidate it in any sort of way makes it look like it might not be a rug pull. But we shall see. Jen?
Well, you said exactly what I was going to say. I was going to outline all of the suspicious things that led up to now, including the CEO, potentially getting arrested in China. That was like the explanation that was given, and the team suspended service for more than 10 chains. Then Binance, I think, ended support for Multichain. And I was going to say, but this whole centralized piece, makes you wonder. And you took us there.